was not only a huge step forward for the Ultima series, but also was quite an influential game regarding, you know, the UI, the interface, the game mechanics, the quest design, everything. So, of course, it wasn't only fans of the Ultima series who were hoping for something like a remake, a remaster, or a new version. So it's totally understandable that when Underworld Ascendant was announced, there was quite some buzz around the game. And when the creators of that game were opening their Kickstarter campaign, they not only reached their goal, they exceeded it, because people were hungry for a new game, for a sequel, and that was what Underworld Ascendant was supposed to be. They had the official license, and people were hoping for a modern version of Ultima Underworld. So what happened? Well, what pretty much happened was that the game came out in a state that was not exactly, you know, causing happiness about the people who had backed it, about the people who tried it. I remember that one video game website even refused to review it, saying it's not in a state where it should be reviewed. And I guess that was actually a good idea, because otherwise the review would probably have been rather bad. So there were some updates to the game. As far as I know, the last big update happened in 2019, where a lot of the bugs were supposed to be fixed. And now it's 2025. I did a video on Underworld Ascendant like 2 years ago, which created quite some interest. People were asking whether I would cover the game again, maybe in some more depth. And I would like to do that. So let us try to take a look around. What I did is I cranked up the brightness quite a bit, because even though it was fine when I was playing it in the video, it was a bit too dark. So I hope this time it works better. And so let us take a look and let us start a new game and see what happens. And we're just gonna go with some standard settings here. The brightness, as I said, is cranked up all the way. Let us take normal difficulty and let us get started.
Where is my latest adversary?
Alrighty. So this is how we are greeted into the game. I actually cranked up the graphics to ultra for this. So this is, I guess, the best it will get. And let's not forget, this game came out more than 10 years ago, and it's not a AAA studio. So yeah, I mean, the atmosphere is there. Let's not, you can't deny that. I think it looks pretty good so far for a game that's more than 10 years old. Then again, some of the textures are a bit weird.
Hurry, Ascendant! Quickly!
But I guess we don't have much time to look around because we're hurried.
Overrun Mark Hall. They have taken Pluto's gate.
So I hope the brightness is okay now for the video footage. And we have entered the dungeon. See, there are these little messages. And some of them will be for the tutorial purpose.
The Stygian Abyss is a prison for the beast Typhon. Only this volcano keeps him bound, but it will not for much longer.
So the Stygian Abyss was mentioned, which of course, if you're a fan of the Ultima franchise, that's a well-known name. And yeah, we've got our first set of fan service there. So here we are. You can pretty much interact with anything. and throw it, which is also gonna be useful to create a distraction, I guess. Yeah. We can also lift those boxes, which will allow us later on
for you to learn the ways of this place.
to reach some harder to reach places.
I will guide you as best I can.
And here we've got a bottle and that. Yeah. Now it crashed when I stepped on it. Alright, so this is our tutorial.
Forage for a weapon.
So there are these little notes here. And I guess these are our first weapons. And what you just saw is the first thing that bothers me, because even though the game is supposed to be fixed, or was supposed to be fixed with that 2019 update and updates before that, I don't know if you noticed, if you go back a few seconds in the video, when I was walking towards that bone the first time, my character kept going even though I had stopped pressing the button. And this has happened to me several times while playing this game, where I was moving somewhere and it's not like I was sliding down a ramp or something. I was just walking and then I stopped pressing the button, but my character kept going, which I don't think is intended. So let us equip a weapon. And this is what combat looks like. There's some explanation. Light attacks do little damage and are easily blockable. Heavy attacks take longer yet inflict considerable damage. So, this is a heavy attack. And these are light attacks. And this is blocking. So, pretty simple system. And I'm not quite sure how I feel about that little head bob thing, where if you do a heavy attack, you move forward. I mean, it would make sense if you swing a bone, that you would like your motion, your movement would take you like to bend forwards, your momentum. But we'll see how that works out in combat. Alright, this is a little, the texture here is a little weird. So let's sprint and jump. We made it.
Beware.
Keep your wits, do not stand idle, trading blows with the dead, dodge, block and strike.
Command.
So let's try this. Here's our first enemy. And it's this weird looking skeleton with a very small head. So I just dodged. It's pretty easily telegraphed attacks. So, yay. Punch him down there. Is he gonna get up here again? Nope. He's just gonna run into the wall. And I guess we can just keep on moving because he will not be able to reach us. So, as you can see, the AI is nothing to write home about. His attacks were easily telegraphed and were easy to block. And what you're supposed to do apparently is to block, is to move around to try and stay out of range and dodge those attacks. And yeah, that's what I tried. So let's go for the next part. I mean, once again, I am kind of torn between whether I like those graphics. I feel there is some atmosphere here. The whole thing with the shadows and those decorations here. But at the same time, some of those textures look weird. And this next part I remember
Wood is strong, hardy.
will show you that there were quite some few issues with the graphical design. So let us try. We can't open that door, so we have to destroy it. And if you watch my recent video about the game Monolith, cracking those doors is much more fun in that game. And yes, you could say, well, Monolith is much more recent, but then again, it was developed by a very small team. I don't know how many people were involved, but I think it had less manpower than this game had. And as you can see, it's not exactly like engaging gameplay. So can I pass through? I can't yet. So I guess I gotta keep hitting that door with heavy attacks. There we go. So that took quite some time to crack that door. So you tread lightly as any outcast rogue, Dahlia, yet I sense you on my heels. Seek my scrolls for guidance. Let us take a health potion, and that should be in our hotbar now. So you can see we have a hotbar, we've got the 2 femurs that we picked up, and we've got the health potion. So let me... I drank it. Did I drink it? I guess I did. Even though my health didn't really go up. So what you do is you select it and then you press the right mouse button. Alrighty. So there is another door which we're supposed to open or break. And here is a wand.
Each wand is branded with a single spell.
So let us see. It should be here. And now I have a spell. Move wood. Let's try it on the door because it's made out of wood, right? That was much easier than was with the bone.
Potential allies await in Mark Hall.
And now I'm supposed to look at my map. There's a pretty basic auto map feature. So far, pretty simple. Pretty easy to understand.
You've discovered your first
So here are the first runes. And there are these conveniently placed crates. And we made it up there. And we are taking these runes, and these runes are supposed to be or magic, spells or secret language. Runes are its nouns and verbs. Discover hidden combinations or experiment to find them. To cast a spell with the rune bag, select the rune bag in your hotbar with right mouse button, set a rune formula in the rune wheel, and cast with left mouse button. So let us see how this works. And we've got heal person. I click that because it's a spell that I know. And now I am supposed to cast it. And it's made up of the runes Urus for ox, emblematic of toughness, health and potency, and linked to fellow beings, friends or enemies, and the social order. So it's pretty much, you know, health, person, pretty much makes sense. All right. So question is, oh yeah, I'm holding the left mouse button and it casts the spell. And as you can see, the mana is floating around and I am supposed to pick it up to get my mana back. Let's see what the health is almost full. Let's heal once more. You can see you have gained an affliction for casting spells above your skill level. Exhaustion causes a temporary, and then the tooltip was gone. Here's some ore. Words are worthless, say we outcasts, but witness proved otherwise. Test this runic formula system, the formula to strengthen person or heal. And just in case, you know, then people don't figure out the whole thing with the rune bag and the formula that you had there, heal person, your spellbook. You could figure it out from that that scrolling here. So let us see. Oh, didn't catch the mana. And now here's the thing. There are several different ways we could go. Can go down here.
Fragments of mana float invisibly throughout the Stygian Abyss.
Fragments of mana float invisibly through the Stygian Abyss. Only one with careful ear or special sight can find them. So this door is locked. And I guess we have to... So you can see there's something up here. And once again, I don't know if you saw this, but when I was showing you this thing up here, and I was aiming my camera at it, my character kept going straight ahead. Even though I wasn't pressing the button anymore. So I guess now we should try and build a ramp to get up here. And we do this with our spell. And here is where some clunkiness is coming in. Because to maneuver those chests is not exactly... If you want to build something like this structure here, that little staircase, I guess, made out of chests, that's not a lot of fun. As you can see, it's a bit clunky moving those chests around, the way they smash into each other, and that weightless feel they have is kind of weird. See? I am not pressing a button, and my character keeps going into this direction as if he's sliding. I don't see no eyes though, and once again it did it. So right now I'm only tapping the E button, and in certain spots, like here, I just keep sliding, and not even sliding straight. I'm keep like going left and right as if I'm slightly drunk, which I'm not, hopefully, or my character maybe is. So that's kind of a big warning sign, a big no-no in my opinion. If you have a game that has you lose control of your character like that, and if this is supposed to be, for some reason, a mechanic that is intended, well, let us switch a weapon. I was thinking maybe it has to do with the spell I used or something. That maybe that caused me to levitate in some way. I don't know. That would cause this weird movement. But that doesn't seem to be the reason either, as you just saw. I activated the wand again, and right now the commands, the controls are rather precise. So that's a big warning sign in my opinion, or something that where I'm thinking, oh my god, this will cause some trouble, especially since there are some stealth passages, and you know, when you do stealth and you have to sneak around, you have to stay out of the light, you want your controls to be rather precise. And you know, if your character would float around like that, that would make stealth a little difficult. Also, this I am not exactly happy about, because I like the scrawlings on the walls where some lore character left some notes and some instructions to have you figure out stuff. But these arrows, they look like they're stickers, or, you know, they just don't seem to blend in. But I guess it's just in case people can figure out where to go. I guess this is supposed to help. So I built this little ramp, and now I made it up here. I'm so happy. Anyway, we are in a new room, and so let me explore a bit more and show you another part of the tutorial soon. I am not quite sure how I feel about the physics. As you can see, I'm not doing anything, I'm just running into tables and chairs. I mean, at least you can interact. Not like with Avowed, where you can like keep hitting cups and plates on tables and nothing happens to them. There are all these little mineral ores hidden here. But let us move on to the next part, I guess. You can crouch as well. Stealth mode.
I seek not to teach you,
So,
but to make you think.
some objects can be thrown, cast, or shot over distance to flip a lever. So I guess this is what this is supposed to show us. So let us try. I'm aiming with my left mouse button. Yay, we did it! And I accomplished a feat.
But Typhon's minions fill the halls ahead.
So let's move on a little more. There's another lever, and closes the door. Once again, here I like the atmosphere. I mean, it does look a little generic, but it's not ugly or anything. Oh, here we go. This is part where you have to stealth a little and stay out of the light. right? So we've got an archer up here. We're crouching. What is happening? Did you just see that? I walked off that ledge and then I was apparently floating and slowly falling to the ground, which is kind of weird because I'm not using any kind of magic right now. And once again, it's confusing because it's like, is this intended? Is there a game mechanic that I'm missing right now that caused that? Or is that a bug? And I do believe it's a bug. All right. The going gets darker from here, sister. Take this to light the way. But mind you, hide up when creatures are near, lest you get spotted. So what we have here is more runes, I guess. And some more mineral ore. Let us check our rune wand. No, it wasn't. It was... there we go. We now have one of those items that will light the way. And I'm switching to my weapon to hide it. And let's sneak by that guy that's walking over there. Could of course try to attack him stealthily, but for the sake of tutorial, what just happened? Why is he alerted now? The AI is a little weird, I have to say. What is he doing? Okay, let's try to get by. Apparently he's still not seeing me. Okay. But he's standing in front of the door, which I guess I have to get to. So yeah, sneaking really didn't help. I hope that this is the intended mechanic, that he heard me and figured, okay, there's someone sneaking around, let me protect the door I'm supposed to protect. But it kind of looked weird as if the AI suddenly was like spazzing out. Okay, I'm feeling hungry. Okay. Cool, I'm comboing him. But he got up again. And block. He hit me. Ouch. Got a very small head, or is that just a spine? I don't know. But we killed him. So you can... What did I just hop like that? Anyway, you can't loot him, but you can drag him. Which, I don't know why I would do that, but I guess that comes in handy later on in the game. Door is locked. Alright. So, these are some of the first few... What is that? That looks kind of creepy. Anyway, those are some early impressions of the game. As you can see, look-wise, it's pretty nice. I mean, I love little stuff like this. You know, with that projection through that door onto the wall. Quite atmospheric, I have to say. I mean, I feel like I could immerse myself into this. But then there are these weird, clunky mechanics with the lever, with like lifting a box and putting it in there. And especially the thing with your character sliding, even though you stopped moving or you tried to stop moving, is really weird.
Now, something less.
Okay, we have a key here. Another health potion. So we are missing some HP. Let me try my spell again. Okay. Alright, I healed. I don't know why early on I got that message saying I was punished for casting a spell that was above my level. Because I cast that healed spell 3 times now. The first and the third time it healed me, the second time I got that weird message. Anyway, I cheat the gods by leaving you 8 sister. Another rule I break. This place rewards those patient enough to explore. Do not rush. So I guess the game expects us to explore, and we will explore next time I cover this game. I will continue playing this. So far, if this game was new to me, if I hadn't tried it before, but that was like 2 years ago, I would be rather torn. I find it quite polarizing because some of it looks nice, some of it looks a bit unfinished, some of the mechanics are a bit too clunky, but I'm okay so far. The only thing that really worries me is the weird movement, and I have to say the combat feels a bit clunky as well. Of course, it's hard to convey that because, of course, like trying yourself how the combat feels will be much more informative than me trying to explain it. But it just doesn't, it feels a little weightless, and it's kind of weird with the range that you have. It's hard to judge that sometimes. But let's not be too critical. Let's not forget this was not a AAA game or something. So I wonder what you're thinking. So far, based on what you're seeing, or maybe you've played this game, maybe you have some different opinions on this, let me know in the comments if you like. Yeah, we opened another door. Let me know. And I will once again continue to cover this, but also I will continue to cover Monomyth.
The silver sapling.
Yeah.
Before danger,
It's a good place to stop, by the way.
the seed.
So this is our bonfire, place to save. And I can now plant that seed. I think should be in my inventory. Yes. Plant where you wish your life restored should you fall in the abyss. So let me put this here, number 8, and then I can plant it. There we go. So anyway, I was talking about Monomyth. I am not in any way related to that game. It is just a game that I found last year, which in my opinion is another take on Ultima Underworld, that whole genre, on Arx Fatalis, which is another notorious game. And I have to say I had much more fun with Monomyth, and it may be the better alternative to this. However, I totally understand why this looks attractive on the Steam page, because it's like, man, you know, we all would like maybe a sequel or a follow-up to Ultima Underworld, and this seems to be that, but it has quite a few issues. Oh, we're supposed to plant a seed here. Yeah, well. Anyway, I will continue covering this and Monomyth. I hope you like this. I hope this will give you a little impression of what the game is like. And we will continue with this playthrough soon. Thank you so much for watching. I would be really happy if you'd consider subscribing or leaving a like or a comment. I would like to hear your opinion. So, thank you and talk to you soon.